What's going on, y'all? Ernest Wills here. Here to do another video. I know it's been a while. Had some things go down, and I had to take care of it. So, it's my first video in a few weeks. Last video was about the race issue in Charlottesville. I said I was going to do a part 2, but I decided not to because in investigating it just became apparent that it was a contrived event, that both sides were basically funded to do that whole little stunt in Charlottesville. And hopefully we know that the majority of America, the majority of whites don't believe what those the white nationalists believe, and the majority of blacks do not subscribe to the antics of Antifa and Black Lives Matter. So I feel like there wasn't any point of doing a part 2 to that video. In this video, I want to just talk about some of the things that have happened. Lots happened over the past few weeks, and I just want to discuss a few of them. First thing I want to discuss is the moves that have been taking place in gold and silver, and just what I think is happening. Honestly, I don't think anything is happening as far as the manipulation goes. I think what's happening is people are they are just simply unloading some of those futures contracts. I don't think it's so much physical metal being moved. Now, demand has gone up. Steve St. Angelo talked about, he wrote an article about how, Silver Eagle sales have surged 2 days last week. I can't remember what the 2 days were, but I don't think this is the end of the manipulation. And the reason why is because I believe that when we see the end of the manipulation, I believe we'll see $50 to $100 moves in gold and at least $1 moves in silver. So I don't believe that this is the end of the manipulation per se. The banks are still, in shape. I don't think the manipulation is going to end until either somebody defaults or we start seeing banks go under first. And so I simply don't believe that this is it. Now, I could be wrong, but, who knows? I know it feels good for a lot of us precious metals fans to see gold and silver going up, but keep in mind they still have the ability to manipulate, and so they will. Remember, if the manipulation was gone, silver and gold will be making, hundreds of percent moves at the minimum per week, simply because there's nowhere near enough metal to account for all of the futures contracts and derivatives that they have come up with. So it's good. Yes, it's very good. But another thing I want to point out is the circumstances that are around gold and silver coming up. What's his name? The dude in Kim Jong-un, dude in North Korea. He shot a missile over Japan. I think that kind of started it, and that's very dangerous. And everybody's on edge with that. Russia's getting their people together, Japan getting their people together, we getting our people together, South Korea, everybody. And so anytime you have war, the war drums beat, gold and silver go up. And obviously we don't want that to be the reason why gold and silver finds its true value because of war. But that is a very real possibility of that taking place. Another thing is I believe these hurricanes have something to do with it. We have Harvey, and Harvey dumped an unprecedented amount of rain in Houston and Texas region. And now we have Irma coming, and Irma is already bigger than Harvey was, and it's not expected to hit landfall until um, what hit the United States. You did? You found the animal? You are? My kids are with me. We out fishing, so. But yeah, it's already a Category 5, and this is Tuesday. It could grow, you know. So I think that has something to do with the markets. Obviously, it's affecting the price of oil with all the oil refineries in Texas, and you know these are unprecedented events. You know, every time we have a disaster, we have to go deeper in debt to fund everything. You know, Trump is authorizing what I think is $8 billion worth of aid that they want to bring to the table. That's another thing, the debt ceiling. Debt ceiling expires, I believe, is September the 30th. And so Congress has to vote on raising the debt ceiling or face a shutdown. And that's a big deal because obviously our debt is continuing to grow. And they want a lot of things to get funded. You know, they want to fund the wall. Trump wants to fund the wall. And, you know, it's a lot of things going on as far as what would be in the bill. Obviously, some relief funds will be in the bill, but that will mean government agencies get bigger and bigger and bigger. So there are a lot of things that are going on, a lot of things that are taking place. And so, I mean, man, the thing that I want to say is that, man, you just got to really have your eyes open to see it. You know, a lot of people, their eyes are still closed to the things that are taking place. You know, we got more states that are talking about their pension issues. Minnesota, Kentucky. You know, the writing's on the wall. It's all over the wall. You know, we had Illinois and you know, New Jersey. They had a bit of a shutdown, mini shutdown. But the writing's all over the wall. Our systems are failing. Yeah, y'all can go. I'll be there. You did? You found it? Okay. I'll put that down. Put that down. I'll be over there in a minute. But the writing is all on the wall, and so you know, you really it would be really wise to prepare yourself. You know, not just financially, but you know, mentally, emotionally, physically. You know, even you know, for the hurricane victims, you know, obviously, you know, we're praying, and you know, we hear all the time, but every time there's a tragedy, you know, our thoughts and prayers are with you. I want to say that, you know, we are literally praying for you, praying that you will be kept, praying that you will be safe. I mean, we don't know where the storm is going to hit. We're praying that you will use wisdom. If you think it's wise to leave. I know if I was down there, I would be gone no later than Wednesday. If I was in Florida or, you know, the Carolinas, anywhere in the area where the storm could potentially hit, I would be up north. I just would not stay. This is a massive storm. And I know if a lot of people knew how bad Harvey would have been, they would have left as well. So you know, we're praying for you all, that you will be safe. You know, but I mean, things are unraveling. I personally believe that these storms are manufactured. I've done some research, and I simply don't believe that all of these, you know, sort of natural disasters, whether it's a hurricane, tornado, snowstorms, that type of thing, we have people who know how to manipulate weather patterns, and they know how to create massive storms. I know it sounds crazy, but do a little bit of research and you'll see that it's there. They could be using this to, you know, bring about some of the chaos to start the collapse. Who knows? But I mean, if you look at how store shelves are empty when it comes to water and food in Florida already, imagine what would happen if that happens because of an economic collapse nationwide. You know, nationwide shelves are empty when it comes to the basics like water and milk and bread and things of that nature. So, you know, again, this isn't financial advice, but, you know, I believe it's important to not just have some silver and gold for in case the economy collapses, unless the source of our economy collapses. But, societal collapse, I live about 15 minutes away from Ferguson, Missouri, and people was, buying a lot of guns, buying a lot of ammo, buying water, things of that nature, because, there was a serious issue at the time. So you just want to have all your bases covered. I think that's all I want to talk about. It's a shorter video. If you like the video, if you enjoyed the video, please comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you all when I see you. I don't know when the next video is going to come out.
Who's that?
But it'll be coming soon. Remember, gold and silver is real money. Cryptos, I think the answer is no. I don't think it's real money, and I'll talk about that later. But gold and silver is always real money. Always has been, always will be. Everything else is credit. God bless. Peace out.